What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Casey. Welcome to Baby Cakes Oracle. Today we're going to talk about how do I maintain a healthy work-life balance, especially being a new mom to a 7th-month baby girl. You know, I have to figure these things out because it's new for me. So I'm still learning a lot on my journey as we all continue to figure things out on our journey, our spiritual journey. And what I kind of find that helps me build structure in my life, because that is always a goal for me, is, you know, maintaining a healthy structure in my life as well. Because I didn't really have that kind of growing up myself. Nothing was really just kind of set in stone or scheduled the proper way. So this is all the things that I didn't have or experience when I was young is what I want to definitely do for, you know, my children and for myself now, especially being a new mom. And, you know, and me being a new mom has to be a role model for her, and I have to lead by example. So I want to instill those in her, those qualities in her, so that when she gets older and even as a child, she'll be ready to go. You know, there won't be nothing really holding her back or distracting her, because I know even for me as a child, I used to have a hard time focusing. Things that's been helping me out, especially being a new mom. So this might help out others who have kids or who want to become parents one day. So what's been helping me out, because she loves her mommy and she loves to be wrapped around me all the time, because I breastfeed her. So that definitely helps with your baby being really attached to you, and it helps with the bonding. So I do love it a lot, of course. But, you know, sometimes it'd be nice to kind of put her down. And she lets me put her down a good bit. She's a Libra baby. She's a Libra, so she's all about balance. So she's pretty good with it, but at the same time, sometimes she can be a little clingy and needy, which is normal for a baby. But, so I just try to balance it out. The majority of the time, she loves to be in my wrap or baby carrier, and I have to do what I got to do. So, and she spends most of her time with her mommy instead of her daddy, because, like I said, I'm her food source. You know, I have to give her the food, and we just bond. We're closer, of course. But anyways, so what's been helping me out is that my best time for me to work has to be early in the mornings, because that's when she's knocked out. And I'm so grateful that she is a good sleeper, because she sleeps pretty good. She probably wakes up maybe like 1 or 2 times throughout the night, because I try to put her little butt to bed at 9 p.m. Sometimes, well, really, I try to do earlier than that sometimes. It just depends. From like 8 to 9 p.m. Try to put her to bed. And then she won't get up till like 9 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. sometimes. She'll sleep all the way through that, and she'll probably wake up 1 or 2 times. But my fiance, he gets up at 3:30 to 4 a.m. every morning, because he has to drive a good little while to get to work. And so I try to get up that early with him. Or I get up every morning with him, and I don't have to, but I do, because it helps me get up with him. And I love to make his coffee in the morning, and I usually make his sandwich the night before. Sometimes if I end up, you know, falling off with that, which I barely try to do that, if something gets in the way of that, then I'll just make his sandwich in the mornings. And then I'll do the coffee, which I don't mind, because I got to get the coffee started in the morning anyways. And I don't never put it on like auto start with the coffee machine. I know that option is there. I just like to get up and do that. So when I get up normally 4 o'clock a.m. with him. And then from there, I just stay up, and I make sure I start going into the office. I make me sometimes a breakfast. It just depends. It might be that early I make a breakfast. It could be something light, or it could be something kind of like a full breakfast that is good for me. And I just go in the office, and sometimes I do like my tarot readings. Just kind of have that meditation time to myself, and do whatever it is that just brings me back to me and what I love to do. Okay? And I just enjoy that moment, and I make sure before I go to the office and stay up till, she gets up in the morning, then I'll So I'll keep the monitor on. So I have like this video monitor, and I keep the monitor on. I have the remote with the screen on it in the office with me. I keep it with me at all times so I can watch her, making sure she's not getting up. Yeah, because it doesn't help. She sleeps with us too. She sleeps in our bed. So it just became easy for me because I was breastfeeding her, and she was like wanting to feed at certain times. So I'm slowly trying to get her in her own bed too, in her own room. And I'm trying to really do little by little. You know what I mean? Seriously, balance it out. She's a Libra baby. So, but she don't like her bed, and because she's been definitely loved. I'm not going to say spoiled. I'm going to say she's loved and sleeping in our bed with us. And, but anyways, yeah, so I get to have the video monitor on, and I'll be in the office till like 4 a.m. till like, whenever she wakes up, which sometimes might be 9 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. But really, most of the time it's 9 a.m. And I do whatever I need to do, study. Because I have those 5-hour periods. Sometimes I have to go upstairs. You notice sometimes in my videos, she's wakes up and I have to go up there and feed her. And then and then when she's knocked out, I kind of sneak out of the bed and go back to the office, you know? So I do that. And then like now too, it's the morning. And then after I do that, when she's up in the morning, I have to just, take care of her, do everything I need to do for her, change her diaper, get her dressed, so and wash my face, prepare myself and all that stuff for the day. Sometimes I have to prepare myself while she's sleeping. If I have to do a shampoo or any self-care that I want to do, I have to do it in that open window period of time, which is from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., which is mommy time. All right. So I do that. And then when she finally gets up in the morning, like I said, I do what I got to do for her. And then we go outside in our backyard, and I put her in my wrap. No. Let me back it up. Sometimes if I don't make breakfast, when she gets up, I have her put her in her walker, and she just walks around free and just plays what she wants to play, just getting her little exercise in, or she'll do her little tummy time, whatever it is. But the most of the time she's in the kitchen hanging out with me in her walker. And so then I'll cook myself breakfast while she's walking around. I don't have to carry her. And then after that, we go outside and we walk around in the back yards, and I'll bring a book outside, and I'll carry her in my wrap, my baby, and I'll have like a book, and I'll bring my timer, and I'll time the clock for 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Like one book, I'll read 10 minutes out of one book. If I have another book I want to read, I'll read 10 minutes out of that, or sometimes 20 minutes. It depends on however I'm feeling. I might read 20 minutes of each book that I bring out. Or if it's one book, I'll do like 30 minutes or something like that. Regardless, I'm dedicating 10 minutes to reading a book every day. Something. So I can learn something. And then it helps me read it because I'm outside connecting with nature. Like even now, I'm outside in nature and I'm carrying her in a wrap. And it works out because we're both outside in nature and we're connecting. And this is it's a plus for the both of us. She's connecting. We're connecting. We're surrounded by trees, which is such a blessing. We're hearing the birds. We're just connecting with spirit. It's just a beautiful thing. And so we both take that time as she's looking around, because she's, babies are very curious. As she's very alert and she's paying attention. She's looking at she's paying attention. She's very observant. You gotta love it, right? But, yeah, and children have rich imaginations, and it's just so fun being around kids, having a child, and really just seeing through their eyes and how they are just, everything is a new experience for them. They're just living their best life, and they just want to learn. They're curious. They want to know everything. They pay attention to everything. They pay attention to anything moving, a worm moving, a butterfly moving, the wind. They're just so engaged to all of their senses, and it's just such a beautiful thing. And so being out here in nature, her seeing that, and then naturally falling asleep as I'm walking, and me also reading to her too, reading to myself, but I'm also reading to her. So she's also, taking in all that knowledge and all that growth as well. She may not, you don't know, she may not understand it, but I'm still reading to her. And so she's going to know that her mommy loves to read, and so it's going to really help, even influence her to read, and that's because that's me being a role model as well. So it's amazing. So that kind of helps me keep that healthy balance. I have to do these things. And as I started to realize too, we learn as we go. We learn as we go. So definitely that's what I do when it comes to in the mornings. I come outside and I get my timer. I set my timer for a certain time and I read a particular book. If I have another book I want to read, or if I have any work to do, then I'll try to do it outside if I can too. Like I try to have a balance when it comes to the office and work. But I most definitely try to get my butt outside when it's a beautiful day. Okay? And I don't always have to be all G'd up and all glammed up in that moment. But I find that when I do get outside, no matter what, if I have my robe on, which I have my robe on a lot because I'm at the house a lot, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so, and that's truly a blessing as well because I love being able to be here and spend this time with her. But, like I said, I got to make sure my cup is runneth over too. I got to make sure my cup is full. And I got to make sure I'm well rested and happy. And I have to remind myself every day of that for, my baby, because she needs a well rested and happy mother. And I don't want to be bringing my grouchiness or my tiredness to her. I want to give her the best day because you know what? We don't know what the future holds. We don't know what the next day holds. Life is short, so I try to do a lot of things every day. I'm trying to, even now, romanticizing my life in any way that I can. Whether that be me coming out here journaling something small or something big in a journal, I'm still writing down my thoughts and I'm doing like a brain dump in a way. Just kind of dumping out all of my thoughts and things that are kind of like got me thinking too much in. Even when it comes to myself, I got to make sure I get out in nature and connect and clear that and remove those toxic energies, those toxic thoughts, anything that is trying to suppress me and oppress me. And I have to just try to detox from also, and me being outside too helps me detox from any, my phone, any electronics. It's just a good digital detox in that moment, taking the time out to do that meditation, because reading books is a form of meditation as well. So at the same time I'm reading books and I'm outside in nature, so I'm like receiving all these downloads and all these thoughts and inspiration and things that come to me. And that's a way for me too, is to be in that stillness, to be connected out here in nature and see what comes to me and just take notes on that. So I bring out a piece of paper and a notepad with me too sometimes. And or I might bring out sticky notes and I'll just be writing notes in my sticky notes. And I love the colors. I'm just learning to have a lot of fun, use a lot of colors and be creative and just really tap into my inner child using markers and different pens and stuff like that, because I'm really a nerd when it comes to stationery stuff. And I love anything like that makes me feel good to want to write. I can't have no boring pen. That's so true. I have to have highlighters and all this stuff because that's what helps me tap in and connect. Yeah, so if it's a really nice day too, I'll also try to make time to go to a nearby park. And I'm so happy I ended up coming across this park that's like maybe 8 miles away from my house. I'm kind of like away from the city. The closest city, it's not even really a city. It's like 7 miles. Seriously, I'm really out here in the mountains, out here in nature. But I do try to, but I don't drive a lot, so I try to get out with her, and we go to this one park where it has like this beautiful waterfall, and we just kind of bring like a blanket and I'll sit down almost like just having like a picnic or something like that. And I'm gonna start doing that even more too, doing like creative picnics and things like that. And so we do that together, and that's not every day. That could be like every other day, or that could be 2 times a week. You know what I mean? So, because gas is going up too, so shit. But I do try to do that twice a week, and that's something that I'm wanting to put into like a routine for me. A routine for myself is doing that 2 times a week, taking her to some sort of park and having her get on the swing. And because she actually can get in, it was a swing. I have a video that I did of her. It was so adorable, and a picture at the probably below that picture of her in the swing. But yeah, she just loves that. She just loves nature. I mean, it just goes, that's Libra. She's a true Libra, you know? And so she helps me have that balance as well and learn what balance is. And it just helps. It really helps, and helps us bond as well. But that's what I do, you guys, to have that healthy work-life balance, because when it comes to work for me too, that could be also housework and stuff like that. Because when me being a new mom, you know, and we have a nice size home here, and it just is a lot of work. You gotta, me trying to maintain this, having a child, getting used to that, and then also trying to clean the house, and then, you know, I'm cooking and stuff like that. And so just trying to balance it out is really something that I have to do. And then you have other things too that come up. You know, it could be anything medical. Yeah, so just trying to balance it out, and that kind of helps me. But I know for me as well, I have to make time for myself, and the best times are that open window from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. All right, and that's just what I do. I make this time for myself, me time. Sometimes I don't do it, you know, I try, and I'm going to really try to do that every day, or somewhere in between that time of myself. And doing that, you know, you have to do that. And I'm sure as she gets bigger, I'll be able to do other things as well. But I like getting up early because it's setting the day, it's getting the day started, and it just goes to show that you really do, you're so grateful for another day, because you're getting up bright early in the morning, whatever time that is for you, and you're making plans for your day. You're sitting down making plans for the day, whether you do that the night before or you do it early in the morning, and you are just making the best of your day, and you are living your best life. You know what I mean? Because I am serious about living my best life, and we are too. All right, and if you're a part of this channel, I know you guys are too, because I mean, I just be so surprised too. Not surprised, but I mean, it's amazing that I come across so many, you know, a lot of you guys who watch my channels as well. I mean, you guys are just amazing. I mean, just so smart, just so intelligent, and so spiritual. You know, it really blows my mind, the people that I talk to, some of you guys who comment as well. And yeah, you guys are just doing your thing, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I love to see other women and men as well who are always trying to elevate and do better and evolve, and just trying to shed the old and bring in this new self, or a new us. And we're just stepping forward, and we're ready for growth, and we're ready to step into our destiny and become who we truly are meant to be, because that's really what it is, you know, coming together. But anyways, I hope this kind of helps some of you guys if you are needing to figure out some sort of healthy work-life balance, because even if you don't have kids, you can be trying to balance these things out as well when it comes to school, work, all of that. Figuring out a certain time frame where you can have that me time to yourself. But yeah, and I don't really have any social media as far as the channel goes at this moment. I'm thinking about it, and we'll see. But if I do, like I said, I'm always posting in the community tab to keep you guys updated on what's going on, or what I'm getting ready to post, or anything like that. I've been trying to really stay on top of that. And so, yeah, going from there. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, don't be afraid to comment below. You know, and I won't bite. You know, don't be too shy to comment or anything like that. I'm just as cool. And or you can email babycakesoracle@outlook.com. If you guys have any questions, or you want a personal reading, you want to dive deep when it comes to a certain situation, whether that be love, money, or relationships, or just yourself. And that's email readings only at this moment. Eventually I'll switch over and do videos, or I'll do I'll do a video. Well, I'll just do it like on YouTube, it'll be like a private video just for you. So I'll send you a link where you can kind of check out your own video through that. But yeah, you guys, so I hope you like this voiceover with me venting, and maybe this kind of helps you out in some way, because we're all growing. We're all on this amazing journey, and yeah, that's what we're here for. That's what we come together for. That's what this tribe is about. That's why we meet the people we meet. That's why we come across certain people. You know, everything doesn't happen for a reason. Everything is coincidental, you know. Yeah, seriously. It's not, you know, it's a reason. It's a reason, okay? But, yep, you guys take care. Love you. Mwah.